Clara, California. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. First carry here for Joe Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40 and finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
At the 50-yard line.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
The ball carrier.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tannehill. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37.
First and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week: 14 carries, 88 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. For the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
The kick is good.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Mecole Hardman on the
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their 26-year-old quarterback in his 6th season from Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Instant pass. Complete to Nicole Hart.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Christian McCaffrey on the
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a run with McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season. Right? All the off-season preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on?
It's a foot race. Found his target. It's Anderson. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 7.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First, call that a very strong gain of 24. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. McCaffrey. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he knocks it through. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take it. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
12 yards there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. 27 yards there, a first down.
7 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Here's McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And it's
3rd and long for Winston. And he's got Lockett. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, like they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
9-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick sixes thrown last year, part of his 30-interception season, and he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cole Hartman on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wide. You sure you're ready for the third quarter?
All time.
Need to use the bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
28-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The 36-yard line.
To throw is Winston. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 38-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Hunter Henry.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2 at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards.
After after an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Jameis again. This will be caught at about the 6. Then he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Graham Gano set to
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good. We're up 30.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
By Shaquem Griffin.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in with the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hardman on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Dolphins take over first.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, two people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down throw for Winston. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Set him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
4th down, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Complete to number
3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And it's up and good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. from the 10. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 30.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On first down, it's Tannehill. Short pass caught by Henry. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Henry.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Again, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To the air again, Tannehill. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. After the sack on first down, Tannehill, he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On fourth down, Tannehill, incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Winston here to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 11. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
First down, Miami.
Here's Winston. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Today's final score, Dolphins.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.